Hello. Oh, I don't need this way. I need this way. Hello. I just got done running the show, and I know I said I was going to show you guys what's going on with the rig, give you a rundown of everything, and I figured now's as good a time as any. So, I'm going to start with my A guitar, this PRS single cut McCarty, and the McCarty Sunburst. Love the finish on this. The top was what drew me to this first. As you bought this one, I work with PRS, and they are an endorser of mine. But this guitar, I just saw it, and I was like, that's the one. And I had to buy it. Use the Dunlop, can you see it? Flow, 0.73 picks. And then over here we got the GHS. I have a custom set of strings. My gauges are all wacky because I use them on all of my different guitars, the same set, so it's something that's well balanced on all of the different scale lengths. We have the Enki case, which is what I transport the guitars in. This thing has already survived like 6 flights over the last 2 weeks. Perfect condition still. Guitar's going there. It's safe from everything. Casper's a PRS Custom 24. I think it's a 24. Might be a 22. And then this is our B guitar. We're sharing this B guitar. So if anything goes wrong with this one or with his Custom 24, this is the guitar we grab. This is our oh shit guitar. It sounds great, but it's it's versatile. It can sound like anything. It's a good all-rounder. It's actually the first guitar that PRS ever sent me. Here we have the Taylor Grand Pacific Builder's Edition. This thing is absolutely crazy good. It sounds out of this world. The only downside is it's big. And I wish I would have bought the GS Mini. I should have known better, but I was like, nope, I'm going to bring the big, expensive, fancy one. And I love the Mini. I don't know what to tell you. Some of you guys may have seen the different rigs I was building. I'm trying to downsize and scale down. This is, if you did see those, you'll recognize it. This was the first rig. Audio-Technica sent me a bunch of new stuff, and I didn't want to try out a new rig that I only had a few days to troubleshoot while I'm out of the U.S. Because if anything goes wrong, I'm so far away for getting new stuff shipped in or stuff fixed, or from Sweetwater sending anything I need out. So for this Australia run, I went with what I knew. I went with a rig that I already had put together and that already worked, and I had already tried it and tested it, and it's already played shows, so that I knew exactly what we were getting into. So we have the Shure wirelesses, we have in-ears. We both share. We both have the same mix, so I need one of those. Casper's guitar, my guitar, my vocal, my Kemper. I need to screw Casper's Kemper in today. And then we have JH Audio in-ears. These are the ambient ones. These little plugs here. They're different size ones to let in room sound depending on how the room actually sounds. The only thing I did change from the first rig is I got the Apollo X4 instead of the Motu that I had. Just because I like Universal Audio's products. I like their operating system, and I trust their stuff. I do. So all the stuff's coming into the X4. The 6 outs going to the DI, which just goes to the house. All they're plugged in the back. And then we got the laptop running drums and bass and orchestral stuff. All the stuff that there are too many people, not enough people to play them. So that's doing that. And then we essentially push play on that, and we've written a bunch of interlude stuff and cool background stuff for between the songs. So that's the rig we're going with. And I just ran through it, and it sounds great. I'm very, very happy. And while I am very interested to try the Audio-Technica stuff, because they've been very good to me. Like I say, I didn't want to be out of the country where I would need to ship stuff internationally if anything went wrong or anything broke or anything wasn't doing what it was supposed to do, and being in different time zones when I'm trying to talk to customer support or the artist reps. So for the sake of this being very last minute, I just went with the rig I already had together because I know this short stuff is solid. Anyway, hi. Will I hang out with the crowd after the gig in Sydney? There are VIPs that have been on sale to hang out after the show. I believe they are all sold out at this point, but I spoke with the organizers of the tour, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing a second run of them that are only available at the show, and you'll have to buy them somewhere. And we're still figuring it out, but I believe that's what's going to happen. So if you want to link up after the show, get a picture, get something signed like that, that is going to be, well, that should and hopefully will be available at the merch table of these shows. Sydney is not sold out. There's still some. We've maintained a certain amount of tickets that are always available at the door, because I know some people are lazy. So I don't think Sydney's sold out anyway. So if you go to dannyworsnop.net, you'll see all the links for the tickets there. And I think like I said, I think all the VIPs sold out. So you cannot get those, but you'll be able to get them on the day from the merch table. It won't be the same thing, but we can link up, get a picture, get an autograph, that kind of stuff. I just got this guy on the plane the day before the tour starts. This whole trip I've been fine, and right before I'm in front of cameras. That's how it goes, huh? Would I ever play New Zealand? Yes, I would play in New Zealand. We have played in New Zealand, and I want to come back. What software am I using? We're running Logic Pro 10. So we have the session built out in there. That plays through, and we send from the DI out to the house. So we mix from our end, and then the house can EQ on their end, but they're getting a leveled mix at their end. Am I coming to Washington? Yes and... Oh, wait, Washington where? I'm going to say yes, Washington in the United States, but I feel like it's pretty late there. If you're talking about the United States, there was a show in Washington in January, but the venue closed down. The venue shut down. So it's been moved, I believe, about 30 minutes away. It's in Maryland, but it's only about 30 minutes away from Washington. Seattle, I actually drive through Seattle. No, I'm playing Seattle. Yeah, I'm playing Seattle in January. I feel like a bunch of you guys come around here and you're like, I love your music. I really love to see you on tour. And you've never checked my tour dates. If you're in the U.S., I'm on tour all of January. All of it. Every single day. We want you in Ukraine. I'm coming to Ukraine in February. See what I'm saying? Ekaterinburg. Not on this run. Hello, Russia. I, by myself, am not coming to Russia. Ask Alexander is coming to Russia. I am coming to Baltimore in January, yes. New England. Listen, if you are in the US and you're asking places, go to dannyworsnop.net and look. I'm on tour all of January in the US. Look and see if it's there. This is not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to sit and just tell you if I'm coming to places when you could go look yourself. Because it's going to be very boring for all of the other people. Now, for the other ones, what's up, Brent Wells? Aussie Drinking Bros? Yeah, you coming out? We are figuring out South Africa again. listen, as far as the UK, because you guys are always asking, I launched. My phone was telling me I have a battery. I launched my solo career in the UK. We did a show in Leeds. We did a show in Manchester. I may be wrong on that. And there was one in London. They all sold out. It was all amazing. It was an incredible trip. And then the album came out, debuted #1. Whatever, who's counting? Who's even counting where it debuted? It was #1. So I've been looking to go back. I didn't get to go really during Shades of Blue. We're at the tail end of that record cycle right now. So I have been pushing to put together some UK and some Europe shows. And the only issue was scheduling with Ask Alexandria tour dates, which I'm never mad about, because that is still me. I can't be mad that I can't go on tour because I'm going on tour, because that makes no sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. But that's what was getting in the way. But now what was going to be an Ask Alexandria tour has had to be pushed due to political reasons. So I have some open time. So what I'm going to try and do is book in UK and Europe during that time. I'm actually calling my agent tomorrow about this. I'm going to see what we can put together. Try and make it work. So I'm going to try and come. I need another water. I'm dry. I'm a dry person. I'm like the Sahara in skin. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to come to South America. And I'm trying to come to Russia. I'm trying to come to South Africa. I'm trying to come to, it's not North Africa. I'm trying to come to Africa. I'm trying to come to all of Asia. I'm trying to come to the fucking Antarctic. I tell you. Pick a place. I'm trying to go there. But we can't have them all, people. We can't have everything. There's not enough for me to go around, unfortunately. Especially with 2 bands. Arguably 3, if you count the one that hasn't done anything in a few years. Any VIPs when I come to the UK? Yes, there will be. And if you want to see what those VIPs will be, you can look at the US ones, because they'll be the fucking same. I'm trying to do the same. I'm trying to deliver the same thing everywhere and do essentially a world tour. Give everyone the exact same experience, the exact same opportunity, because I don't want anyone to feel shortchanged. I don't want anyone to say, I don't want anyone in England to then turn around and be like, oh, well, I saw the pictures and videos and the stuff you did in America. Why wasn't ours that cool? Why didn't you put the same amount into it? And I don't want that to happen. I want everyone to have an incredible time, and I want to put everything I can in all of them. So I spent a lot of time talking to a lot of people. I'm going back and forth with some fans, with people on my team, with people who are just peers and have far more experience than I do. And I bounced off ideas off everyone when I was building these VIP things, because I wanted people to feel like they were getting their money's worth and really, enjoying it. I'm here to entertain at the end of the day. That's the job. I'm here to stand on stage and give you guys an amazing time and an amazing night and an amazing memory. So I came up with these VIPs, and that's what they are. So anywhere in the world, if you want to see what they are, go and look at the US ones. And there you go. Thank you, Daniel. The wedding was wonderful. Into the Danny Worsnop music? Will I scream? No. No, I will not. Yeah, I'm trying to make it work for everyone, and I understand that people have different budgets, and that people have different financial constraints, and that people have things going on in their lives. So I don't want someone to. A lot of people are doing VIP packages, and I mean, we in Alexandria we do it as well, but it's obviously it costs us a lot more money to do it than it does me to do it by myself. So if there is more expense incurred in there. But I didn't want to just do this kind of crazy thing where it's like $100 and you get to come and I'll shake your hand and we can take a photo and you get a poster and then bye. I wanted to make it more of a thing. So if you just want to take a picture and get an autograph, that is completely cool. And I was like, cool. Let's make this super cheap, super affordable, so people can do that. So that's what that is. And then from there, it's like if you want more, obviously you can pay for more. If you want a fucking acoustic guitar that I played on stage, we can do that. That's a package. I do not miss the UK, unfortunately, and I know that my publicist will tell me I shouldn't say that, and I should be very political and concise when answering these kind of things. But I try and be candid. I try and be real. I don't miss the UK. I didn't enjoy living there. I didn't have a good time there. I didn't have a good experience. I was not happy at all. I spent from about the age of 5 or 6 years old trying to get to the United States. So when that opportunity came across, I jumped at it, and there I am. But I do not miss the UK. I love playing shows in the UK. They're always amazing. I'll always come back and play shows. But that's it. That being said, actually, I say that. My next album, I am looking at doing it in London. So ignore everything I just said, because apparently I'm a liar today. I did enjoy New Zealand. Queenstown was unbelievable. And truth be told, from when we got there up until currently, I started looking at houses and I was like, I don't know, I think like I could see myself living here. Obviously, it's not realistic just yet, because for touring that would be so expensive. It goes from $600, $700, $800 to fly to tour, to its $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to fly to a tour and home from a tour. So if I've only got a week off, I'm spending 4 days of that flying. It's just not realistic. I'm working too much currently to be able to pull it off, but I do think that I could definitely see myself living somewhere like that. Do we ever think about coming to Jacksonville, St. Augustine? I live there, so I literally go there every time I wake up when I'm not on tour. I live in Jacksonville, and we go to St. Augustine quite frequently. Who was my favorite performer when I was a teenager? Ooh, this is a tough one. I had a lot. Michael Jackson has always been, from a performance standpoint, someone I've always looked up to. Lifestyle choices and life choices put aside, as an artist and as an entertainer, really hard to beat. So that was always a big influence for me. A big inspiration. Not necessarily an influence, but a big inspiration. What inspired me to start my solo project? Good question. So, before asking Alexandria, I had played music for many, many, many years. I was a guitarist, and I wrote songs. And for many, 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 many years, that's the music I wrote and I played. I played kind of blues rock stuff, more singer-songwriter stuff like I do now. So this wasn't necessarily me trying, this definitely wasn't me trying anything new. It was me going back to my roots and going back to the beginning and going back to where I started. So that's what Shades of Blue was. And then with this new album, so I actually have a new single coming out on December 27th. It is called Another You. I recorded it a while back. And it is the third song that I produced myself, and produced the vocals myself. The music was done by an online friend I made from Croatia. And I got that, and I wrote and I recorded and I engineered and processed all the vocals myself, and then sent them over to Austin Hull, who's a very cool up-and-coming pop artist and producer and mixer, and he mixed it. But so that was the third one I did. The first one I ever recorded myself and engineered myself and released. I'd obviously recorded a lot of music. The first that I released was Angels, and I recorded that in Victoria's old living room of her apartment. And the second one I recorded was Just Tell Me Something by All That Remains, which I recorded the vocals, and I did a light bit of production on the vocals, but their producer finished that off, obviously, because he's mixing it in with fills. But yeah, Another You, coming out December 27th. I'm waiting to get the music video back currently. For my tours, I do choose my supports. For the asking tours, I obviously have a vote. Since my leaving and coming back, Ben took over all the stuff I did, and obviously kept doing the stuff he did. We were very 50-50 before I left. And then with my going, Ben took over, and when I came back, I didn't want to mess up what they had going. They have a system, and I didn't want to interfere with it. So most of the business of Ask Alexandria is done by Ben now. I help out where I can, and I'm always very happy to help lighten his load. And anything he ever needs me to help with, I'm more than happy to help with, but he handles most of it. So he and I talk about support options within kind of that world, the kind of hard rock, I don't know what to call it. It's not metal, but you guys know. To be completely frank with you guys, I don't fucking know very much. It's not a genre that I spend a great deal of time listening to. So anytime it's like, who do you think we should take, Danny? I just start listing off my friends. And that's a beautiful thing, because obviously I want to spend time with them, but it's not always the best move. Like, there are sometimes, there's this band, I Prevail, who keep being brought up, and I have no fucking clue who it is. Nothing against them. That's my own naivety, or ignorance perhaps. But it's not in my world. It's not on my radar, so I'm not exposed to it. So I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Are they worth tickets? So I was educated very quickly. But I mean, I weigh in on support, but in terms of Asking Alexandria support, I have very little to do or say about it. Outside of this next run, where the main support was my idea, and I pieced the puzzle together and made a very, very cool thing happen that we can't tell you about yet. But I believe in about a month you guys will know. But it's going to be awesome. But for my tours, I pick the support. I have this great band, Starbenders, coming out in the States. They are on the same record label, which had nothing to do with my decision. It is, however, how I found out about them. I got sent a lot of bands. There were some really, really cool bands, but unfortunately I could only take one. So it was hard, because it was kind of like on those dating shows where it's the end and the girl's met like 3 guys and she really likes all 3 of them, but you have to pick one because you can't do 2, because apparently because of budgeting. So there were a few, but I narrowed it eventually down to them. Partly because I was like, this is cool. It's people who are kind of in the same world as me, on the same label, so maybe I can help them, take them under my wing a bit. And also they have very cool music. So a lot of it for me is, do I want to listen to this every night? Because in the smaller venues, there isn't really much sound insulation between the stage and the dressing room. So whoever you're on tour with, you are listening to that show every night, whether you want to or not. So I wanted it to be someone that I thought was very cool, that I thought the fans would love, and the fans would enjoy, and the fans would grow to support. So that's how that came about. How much do I weigh? Currently, a little more than I planned on, just because over the wedding, we ate, we drank. Obviously, that's what we're supposed to do, so it's okay. I had just dropped below 200 pounds going into the wedding. I'm just over now. I gained about 4 pounds, but working very hard on getting that off and getting that back on track. So right now I'm probably dead on 200, but I'm 6'1", so that's not too bad. I'm 6'1", and I'm a bigger dude. What's up, Dallas, Texas? Dallas, Texas, do you have tickets to me in Dallas, Texas on January 29th? Do you? What made me shave my head? Okay, I'll be completely, very, very honest with you about it. Time, not been my friend. It was looking thinner than it used to, and I didn't like it, and it kind of became something I was a little bit insecure about. And I think it reached a point where I was like, I am not gonna be the guy who's insecure about himself. If it's my time, it's my time. I will just shave my head. So I went a few days, and I was planning on doing it. It was a way in advance. But the time came, and I woke up one day, and I was like, no, I'm not feeling, like I looked in the mirror, and I was upset about it, and I was bummed out about it. I was like, I'm not doing this. This isn't the person I am. This isn't the man that I am. And this isn't this isn't what I want to put forward into the world. This isn't the version of me that I want people to see. This isn't the standard I want to set for other people. So it's like, cool, I'm insecure, do something about it. I was unable to go get hair transplants, or hair plugs, or whatever the fuck they call them now. Well, I have nothing at all against them. I have a lot of friends who I'm not going to name who have done it and had great success with it. Just from a time standpoint, I don't have that luxury. I don't have that option currently. So I was like, fuck it, we're shaving the head. Am I pushing away from Asking Alexandria? No. We just finished a new album. We are getting ready to release a new album. And we're ready to go on tour with a new album. We just had to push the release back because of some political issues within the industry. But it's not pushed back a lot. Yes, a new AA album. But there will also be a new Danny Worsnop album. I'm trying to record that in March. I think the misunderstanding there was, I'm not pushing away from Asking Alexandria, and I'm not leaving Alexandria. What I did was I let go of some of the things that were under my watch back in the day before I'd left. I stopped doing those, and I turned that over to Ben. Ben had took control of that in my absence, and it works, and I don't want to mess up a good thing, so I just let him do his thing, and I help if he needs help. But other than that, I come up with cool ideas. I show up. I write songs. I record songs, and I play songs. I could tell you the name of the new album, or I could make it more fun and tell you that on the last day of our last tour, at the end of the show, I said on stage the name of the album. I leaked it. So the game is you have to go track it down and find out. Thank you, whatever your name is. Blonde lady who just ordered my CD. Thank you very much. I love Australia. I've been coming to Australia since I was a very young boy. My family had some friends over here. We'd come visit them. In Brisbane, actually, where I am right now. And I always loved this place. So I'm very happy to be back. This is actually the same hotel that we launched Soundwave at. This was always the day one kickoff party. This hotel, and I didn't realize until I walked into the lobby, and it hit, the memories hit me. But it was obviously way different when there was some very nice older couples drinking coffee, whereas the last time I was here, that was not what happened. There were 200 drunk musicians trying to do a racing to see who could black out quicker. It was a very... What possum question? Hold on, there's a possum question. Would you consider beating a possum with a stick? What's the context? Is it trying to attack me, or one of my animals, perhaps? In which case, yes, I would beat it with a stick. I'd shoot it with a gun. Anything different between the all ages and the 18 plus? I believe the 18 plus might be a longer show. But my shows are around the same length every night. So, other than one is earlier in the day, and it's people who are younger are allowed to it, I don't believe there'll be that much of a difference. No, I may be a little tired because I will have been flying since 6 a.m. Land at like 10:30, go straight to load-in, and then it's showtime. So it may be the show isn't at 10:30, but load-in in my day starts then. So I may be a little high on coffee if I'm being real with you. But listen, I'm really excited for these Australia shows. It's been way too long since I've been here, and I'm very excited. I can't wait to see you guys. I can't wait to meet you guys, the VIPs. Again, if you haven't got the tickets for the VIPs yet, that is fine. They are all sold out now. But if you wanna link up, if you wanna get together, if you wanna meet and be greeted, Gret. If you wanna be met and Gret. If you want to grab a picture and an autograph at the merch table, that will be available. So be sure to go over there, grab a piece of merch that we've designed specifically for this tour. Because the guy who's printing them didn't see my email come in. I think I didn't put a subject on the email, so it automatically went to his spam. So it's nobody's fault, but when it sent through the designs for merchandise, he didn't get them. And we only figured that out yesterday. So we had to create something real quick. And he made magic happen. He made the t-shirts happen, so there will be merchandise. but it'll be very special for these shows. You won't be able to get them anywhere else in the world, including the internet. While I very much appreciate the offer, Kepler, we already have a hotel arranged. Okay, guys, it's about that time. Casper and I are about to run the show again. Victoria's also going to be here soon, so we're going to hang out. Maybe grab a couple drinks down at the bar in the hotel. They gave us some free drink vouchers. So I foresee a couple Moscow mules on my horizon. Oh, yep, she just texted me saying she's almost here. So I'm going to say goodbye to you fine people. If you are in the States, head over to DannyWorsnop.net. And get your tickets and VIPs for the tour. If you are in the States, seriously though, the VIPs, you can get 20% off right now, all the way up until Christmas Day, using the code MAKEITCHEAPER, all one word, capital letters, Make It Cheaper, for 20% off. If you are in Australia, come out to these shows. You have Brisbane tomorrow, then day after Sydney, then the next day Melbourne, the day after that Melbourne again. Because apparently Melbourne likes to rock. So, come out to those. Go to DannyWorsnop.net, see where they're at, get your tickets. VIPs at the merch table. If you already have your VIPs, then I'll see you very soon. Ukraine, I'm coming there in February. Everyone, goodbye. Farewell. Hello, Casper.
Hello.
Goodbye. We got some friending to do.